My name is Tommy, and I think I might be going insane. I grew up in a normal middle-class home with loving parents and a sweet little sister. Everything seemed fine until one day when something very strange happened. I came home from school, and when I walked into my living room, I saw something that disturbed me. My mother and father were sitting on the couch, smiling and staring at the TV. The weird thing was that the TV wasn't on, yet they were staring at it intently. They both turned to look at me and simultaneously said, "Hello, Timmy." My heart leapt up to my throat. My name is Tommy. How could my own parents make a mistake like that? Is everything okay? I asked nervously. "Everything is perfect, Timmy," my father replied. They were both smiling from ear to ear. It was creepy. I decided to go upstairs to talk to my little sister. When I walked into her room, she was lying on her bed, staring at the ceiling. "Have you noticed anything strange about Mom and Dad?" I asked. She smiled at me and said, "No, Timmy. Mom and Dad are just perfect." My blood suddenly ran cold. My name is Tommy. Without another word, I backed out of the room. She was still smiling at me as I closed the door. I had no idea what to do. I couldn't shake the sneaky suspicion that there was something wrong with my entire family. I went into my bedroom and tried to think. I heard my mother coming up the stairs. She went into her bedroom and closed the door. I decided to spy on her, so I went into the hallway and peeked through her keyhole. What I saw terrified me. My mother was changing clothes. She was standing with her back to me, and I immediately noticed something very shocking. Her skin was very pale, and there was a zipper that ran all the way down her back. Whatever she was not my mom. That's when the panic set in. I ran down the stairs and out the front door. As I was dashing down the driveway, I looked back and saw my father at the front door. He was on all fours, growling like an animal, howling and chasing after me like a raging demon. Since then, I've been on the run. All I can do is keep moving. Now that I know their secret, they can't afford to let me live. I keep moving from place to place, begging on the street for spare change. I tried to go to the police, but they wouldn't believe me. They said I was a runaway and tried to bring me back to my parents. I just narrowly managed to escape. I tried to go to the media, but every reporter I spoke to just laughed in my face. I'm tired of running. I'm pretty sure they killed my real family. My only reason for living now is to get revenge. Can anyone help me? My name is Timmy. Bill whistled as he strolled through the park. He was on his way to meet his girlfriend Sally. He jingled the engagement ring in his pocket and thought about asking Sally to marry him. "Sally," Bill said, "you're the most beautiful girl I've ever met. I love you and I want you to be my wife. Will you marry me?" Sally said, "Yes, I will marry you." As Bill gazed lovingly at his bride-to-be, his eyes lingered on the red velvet ribbon Sally always wore around her neck. "Why do you always wear that red ribbon?" Bill asked. Sally said, "Bill, I must never take off my red ribbon. Bill smiled at Sally and left the ribbon alone. Bill and Sally were married that June. Bill found a lovely little house in a nice neighborhood and they moved in. Bill bought Sally many party dresses, but Sally always wore her red ribbon with each outfit. Bill thought this was odd. Sally just smiled and said, I must never take off my red ribbon. After a few years, Sally found out that she was going to be a mother. This news delighted Bill. When the big day came, Sally said, Please tell the doctor I must not take off my red ribbon. Bill was frustrated, but he promised Sally that he would tell the doctor. After the baby was born, Bill gave Sally flowers. Thank you for the flowers, Bill, Sally said, and thank you for telling the doctor I must not take off my red ribbon. Bill did not understand why that red ribbon was so important. Bill, Sally, and the little Billy lived happily many years in the small lovely house in the nice neighborhood. When little Billy was a baby, he would sometimes reach for the red ribbon around his mother's neck. Sally would gently take his little hands in hers and coo at him, saying, Mommy must never take off this red ribbon. The red ribbon had frustrated Bill for a long time. He loved Sally with all his heart, but did not understand her need to wear that red ribbon. After many years, Bill had an idea. Our anniversary is coming up. I will buy Sally a beautiful necklace. She will take off that old red ribbon so she can wear the beautiful necklace. Their anniversary came. Bill took Sally to a fancy restaurant overlooking Central Park. They had a delicious meal. Then Bill gave Sally a velvet box with a beautiful diamond necklace in it. She opened it, smiled, and tears came to her eyes. Bill put the necklace around her neck and started to take the red ribbon off. Sally stopped him. She said, I must never take my red ribbon off. Bill sat back in his seat with a huff. He looked at Sally and shook his head. I may never understand, Bill said. Sally gently placed the diamond back in the velvet box and closed the lid. It is lovely, Bill. I will treasure it always, she said. But I must never take off my red ribbon. Why? Bill asked, as he had for so many years. Sally smiled sadly and shook her head. She did not give him answer. Late that night, Bill was still awake. I've loved Sally for more than 20 years, but she insists on wearing that horrible red ribbon around her neck. I think it's about time I found out why. Bill got out of bed and walked around to Sally's side. Bill carefully pinched the ends of the bow on the ribbon. He began to slowly pull on the ribbon. The bow became smaller and smaller. The loops of the bow pulled through and only a half knot was left. Bill slid his finger under the half knot and tugged. Zip! The red ribbon gave way. Pop! Sally's head came off. It rolled right to the floor, bouncing in the moonlight. One large tear fell from Sally's eyes. I want you, she said.